Hi, and welcome back to the TackleShare YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to give you a bit of information about how these fish finders display information and how you can understand them while fishing. Before we dive into the video, I want to explain the basics of this display screen. On the right-hand side here, you'll see an image of the water column that is showing you instantaneous graphical representation as the sonar is sending out a message and it's bouncing off different features and returning to display the contents of what's in the water column. To the left, you'll see the history of what has happened over a short period of time, giving you a timeline to work with while fishing. Red is a hard return, meaning something very dense, yellow is moderate, and a light blue or even white is a soft return, such as a smaller fish, vegetation, disturbance or bubbles in the water, or even something outside the sonar cone. In this example here, the red regions represent the lake bottom and the ice surface. The yellow and light blue here represent the inconsistency at the bottom of the ice and sometimes some trapped bubbles. And the darker blue represents no return, so essentially just the water column. And down here, the light blue or white is a small fish or a small group of fish. You could also assume it's a bit of vegetation, but that's not the case this time, as you'll see later in the video.
So if you look at the bottom of my screen here, you'll see a little white line just above 15 feet. That's my jig. And below it, there's a big, thick red line coming up off the bottom. We're getting a group of fish, or one really big fish, coming up towards. So I'm going to lower my lure down towards and see if I can get some interest. Okay, we've got another fish coming up. You can see that line coming up towards my line. The fish on me right now. Oh, and there it is swimming back down. So I find this view is really helpful though, at least, because if you look away for a second or something happens, it lets you know what has happened and what's going on. So like I showed before there, that fish came up and it chased me, but then you can see it comes up, checks you out, and then dives back down. So that's a really helpful feature, I find, versus using one of those traditional flashers. Oh, got a bite. So I'm lifting away from the fish right now, hoping to get it to chase me. You can see it's starting to travel up towards. When that happens, you're pretty likely to get a bite. Oh, just missed. Just because of the... Oh, there we go. And we got ourselves a tiny, tiny little bluegill. Well, it's not that tiny.
No, it's not that tiny.
Oh.
For this fishing spot that you take us to, it's tiny for here, but...
Yeah, it's true. It'd be a really good one on the canal. Well, marking lots down there.
Wait, she didn't realize she had... Oh, she's going to lose it because she's trying to film something.
Oh, no.
She still got it. I tried to hit the record button and let's see what we got. Woo! Another bass. Darn. Down he goes.
Oh, just got a bite. Ah, lost it.
Oh.
I had it for 5 feet. So you can see here we're just marking fish off bottom. And the little white line that's above them is my jig. I'm going to drop it up and down there, you can see. Oh, just got a bite there. Something big.
Ooh. Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Hoping you're recording. You're actually hitching the hole. Oh! Well, that's a doozy.
That's a good one.
That's
probably the biggest we've got here.
Here we go.
I keep pulling up in hopes that I'm going to get an up chase from one of them. But
I have been getting up chase. Well, so for the one crappie that I caught last time, it was like a very clear, like, full-on chase. It's not like you followed your jig passively. Like, it chased it.
Oh, yeah. You just, when you're in this type of water or depth, you kind of have to go slowly and hope the
pace
fish
yourself.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're hitting the hole before the fish has a chance.
It always gets me when they get up somewhere and they're like, this doesn't feel right, and they swim back down.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
And that's one of the huge bonuses of these fish finders, right?
Yeah.
Is that you do know, oh, it's going down.
And you can learn next time. You're like, well, that was too fast and too far for that fish.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, you can see I've got a fish coming off bottom to my lure. Got a bite. And there, the big red you're seeing coming down is the fish that Alicia just released, swimming back down to the bottom.
Be free.
There, that red line at the bottom, you can see that was a fish that just tried to bite.
What's all the interference at the top?
That all came from that fish going in, probably bubbles.
Oh.
Slowly working up. I've also been told that sometimes you get that really thin and light at the end of the day because plankton begin to light up. And there we go. Oh, I might have spoken too soon. This might actually be a bass. It's pulling line on me here.
Oh yeah. We are actively trying to catch other fish. These are just all bycatches, but
yeah, feels like a largemouth.
Might be fun to come back here in the summertime and do some bass fishing.
Yeah, lots of rock structure to fish on. It's still 10 feet under the ice and fighting like crazy. I find largemouth are normally lazy fish. Don't fight this hard. Oh.
What the heck?
Oh, got a fish on. It's not a bass, I hope. It didn't chase up though. It came straight from the side. Oh, a little perchy perch.
Woo! Straight from the side, so did it just appear and you didn't get to see any mark?
The line just kind of was at the level of my lure.
Just
and it went from a thin white line to red to got a bite.
Nice. So if you ever want to go fishing with a buddy and you get into the hut and you start fishing away and you start seeing stuff like this showing up on your flasher, that's a good sign that you've gotten a bit of interference. So if you're going to be fishing with somebody fairly regularly, you may want to try and see if you guys can get two alternate styles of flashers, so you're not going to be continually doing this.
Two Garmin 4s next to each other. This is what you see.
This is what you see. So luckily enough, I've had a different one. I'm using a Hummingbird now, so Brad and I have been able to fish happily alongside each other. This is terrible. It does, I guess that's the chirp, eh? You can see horizontal lines.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell to keep more fishing content coming your way. See you next time.